Once upon a time in the ancient city of Harran, located in Mesopotamia, where the stars illuminated the desert sky with breathtaking clarity, and where ancient civilizations had left their deep imprints in the sciences of astronomy and mathematics in the late 9th century AD, a boy of noble Arab descent was born named Muhammad ibn Jabir ibn Sinan al-Battani. Al-Battani grew up in a scientific family. His father Jabir ibn Sinan was a renowned scholar in astronomy and the manufacture of astronomical instruments, which provided him with a fertile environment for the growth of his passion for stars and celestial bodies from an early age. From his childhood, al-Battani was not like other children. At that time, Greek astronomical theories, especially Ptolemy's theories, were considered undisputed facts. He believed that astronomy was not just a theoretical science, but a means of drawing closer to the Creator and understanding His greatness in creation. He made precise observations of the sun, moon, and planets, which lasted for more than 40 years. These observations enabled him to correct many errors in Ptolemy's calculations, especially concerning the length of the solar year and the angle of the ecliptic's inclination. He authored a great book known as Kit Balzij al-Gbi, the Sabian Tables, which was an encyclopedic work in which he compiled his astronomical observations, trigonometric tables, and new theories. He was known for his extreme precision in his work and his boundless patience in his observations and calculations. He did not seek fame or wealth. His ultimate goal was to serve knowledge and truth. He believed that knowledge was the way to understand the universe, and that this understanding brought humans closer to their Creator. This book became a fundamental reference for astronomers in the Islamic world. Then it moved to Europe through Latin translation. Al-Battani departed in body, but his intellectual legacy remained alive, inspiring successive generations. He was a towering figure in the history of astronomy and a pioneer in the development of trigonometry, but an open book waiting for someone to read it deeply and carefully, and that knowledge is the light that illuminates the paths of darkness and reveals the secrets of the universe. His ideas transcended the boundaries of his era and place, becoming an important reference for researchers and scholars in astronomy and mathematics to this day, and greatly influenced prominent European astronomers such as Copernicus and Tycho Brahe. It reminds us that challenges can be a catalyst for creativity, and that truth is worth fighting for. Al-Battani was a model of the scholar who combined precise observation with complex calculations and left an indelible mark on the history of human civilization. Al-Battani understood that science knows no geographical boundaries, and that spreading knowledge is a duty of every scholar. He concluded that the length of the solar year is 365 days, 5 hours, 46 minutes, and 24 seconds, a number very close to the modern value. This belief gave him unwavering strength and determination in facing difficulties. Al-Battani was the first to introduce the concepts of cosine and cotangent into trigonometric calculations and used them skillfully in solving astronomical problems. He also developed accurate trigonometric tables, which were considered the best of his time. These new mathematical tools made it easier for astronomers to perform more complex and accurate calculations. When Al-Battani began to correct some errors in these theories, based on his precise observations, he faced some criticism from traditionalists who clung to what they had inherited without scrutiny. But al-Battani did not care about those criticisms. Instead, he continued his scientific approach, believing that truth was the ultimate goal, and that science must advance based on evidence and proof. While his peers played under the sun's rays, he spent long hours in his father's observatory, contemplating the sky, gazing at the movement of stars and planets, and recording his precise observations. There, he established his own observatory, equipping it with the latest astronomical instruments, some of which he made himself, or supervised their manufacture. Al-Battani believed that precise observation was the key to progress in astronomy, and that theories must be built on a solid foundation of observations and experiments. His wide eyes captured the finest details in the movement of celestial bodies, and his young mind sought to understand the secrets of the universe. In that era, astronomical instruments were primitive compared to what we have today. He had to face the difficulty of observation on cloudy nights or under poor weather conditions. He also had to suffer from the inevitable measurement errors of that period and correct them with his intelligence and perseverance. The long nights he spent under the cold dome of the sky, and the nights he spent on his complex calculations, were proof of his patience and dedication to science. He studied mathematics and astronomy under his father, then opened himself to the sciences of Greece and India, realizing that astronomical knowledge was a boundless ocean and that every civilization had added a brick to the edifice of this great science. In his youth, al-Battani moved to the city of Raqqa, which was then a flourishing scientific center, and continued his astronomical studies there. However, al-Battani's journey in seeking knowledge was not without challenges. The challenges were not limited to the technical aspect. Al-Battani, like other pioneering scientists, faced some opposition to his new ideas. Al-Battani's belief was firm that the universe is governed by a precise system, and that this system can be understood through observation, measurement, and calculation. Despite these challenges, al-Battani achieved brilliant successes that changed the course of astronomy. His achievements in trigonometry were the real revolution that enabled him to achieve this astronomical precision. Al-Battani's achievements were not limited to observations and calculations. Al-Battani possessed a calm and humble personality, despite the greatness of his achievements. In his later years, after a life full of scientific contributions, he passed away in 929 AD. The story of al-Battani teaches us that the passion for knowledge, perseverance in research, and belief in the power of the mind are keys to success in any field. Let generations be inspired by the story of this great astronomer, and let them follow his determination in seeking knowledge, and let them know that the sky is not just a blue dome,